Danial Zamani has served as Julius Maddox's real source of competition as he inches closer and closer to bench pressing 800 pounds. Even though this is the case, in looking at this and looking at the threat that Danial Zamani was able to pose against Julius Maddox, I started to think to myself, and maybe some of you have thought this as well, but who else would really be able to compete against Julius Maddox? Not only compete, but maybe even outbench Julius Maddox. After doing a little bit of research, I came up with three guys other than Danial Zamani who would have the potential to bench press as much as Julius Maddox or are on the same level of strength as Maddox, but because of certain circumstances, they're not in the race with Maddox right now in benching 800 pounds. And this is in no particular order. So the first guy that I think would be able to compete or maybe even out bench press Julius Maddox is Kirill Sarychev. Now, Sarychev has held the world record for bench press in the past with a 738-pound bench press, but of course that was taken by Julius Maddox. He stopped competing really in 2018, and the heaviest that he's been able to bench press since then is 661 pounds. So clearly a significant drop in his performance on the bench press and when it comes to the bench press. Now, the reason though that I say Sarychev could potentially out bench press Maddox and maybe was even as strong as Maddox is because people forget Maddox is a very big dude. He's damn near 450 pounds. Sarychev was 70 pounds lighter than Maddox when he broke his world record and weighed 381 pounds when he bench pressed 738 pounds. So imagine how much stronger Sarychev could have been and would have been if he added 70 pounds onto his frame. Now, the second person I would say is Scott Mendelson. Now, Scott Mendelson might be a weird name that's on this list just because he's mostly an equipped powerlifter and an equipped bench presser. In fact, out of the 40 plus meets Mendelson has been to, only 5 of them have been raw meets. But within those 5 raw meets that Mendelson had been to, he was able to break the bench press world record 2 different times. One time in 2003, where he was able to bench press 713 pounds, and then again in 2005, where he was able to bench press 715 pounds. Now, similar to Sarychev, he weighed significantly less than Maddox did when he broke the world record, and he even weighed less than Sarychev. When Mendelson had broke the world record the second time and had bench pressed 715 pounds, he only weighed 314 pounds. So he's able to bench press more than twice his weight, which surprisingly is something that Maddox has yet to be able to do. Maddox has always weighed over 400 pounds. The first, even if he bench presses 800 pounds, that still won't be twice his weight. Now, the third and last person I would have to say that I think could out bench press Julius Maddox is Paul Anderson. Now, if you don't know who Paul Anderson is an OG. Like, he's a 1930s OG, and he's one of the biggest contributors to powerlifting and weightlifting. He's, probably like one of the grandfathers of powerlifting. Now, there's not many records on Paul Anderson and the lifts that he was able to achieve because, again, as I mentioned, he's like a way back when type of dude, type of lifter. But what I was able to find is that the most he ever bench pressed was 628 pounds. But because there's not too much information on Paul Anderson, I don't know if this was outside of his prime or not. But even if it was in his prime, it was back in the 1930s. So imagine what Paul Anderson would be able to do with the advancements that we have now. Without a doubt, if he had the advancements we have now, if he had them back then, he would without a doubt be a world record holder. A side note also on Anderson, he was able to squat 1,200 pounds while he weighed, I think, just over 300 pounds, which, I mean, this is absolutely incredible. But you guys let me know what you think of this list. Did I leave anyone else out? I did really want to put Eric Spottle on this list, but I couldn't replace him with Mendelson. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Like I always say, I love learning from you guys and I love the information you guys bring on some of my videos. But that is the end of the video. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure that you do like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you guys later.